Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thanks for watching. Let's show off some keys that I just picked up. Now, I first want to say I'm nowhere near an expert on comic book collecting. I've just been doing this for a year. But recently, I was like, I'm going to pick up some big keys because I think they have more room to run. Now, first off, I want to show you this Spotlight 28 that I just picked up. It's Moon Knight's first solo story, but I just love the cover. Like, honestly, like this cover better than Werewolf by Night 32, to be honest with you. But this is, I got it in a 7.5. Graded. I mean, I might have paid a little bit more than I should have. I paid like $3.50 for it, but I've seen the prices of this thing. This thing's hot, along with Werewolf 32, but I've actually just recently been reading some Moon Knight. And this story was like one of my favorites, to be honest with you. But there you go. There's Spotlight 28. Yeah. I like to get these things in a higher grade, but it's just I don't see the point of getting. To me, I would love to get a 9.8 of this, but it's like, I don't want my bank, I don't want that to be the only book I get, you know, for a couple months. But like, I'll pay $300 for a showpiece, and it's a nice copy. Like, I think this thing could be pressed. It has literally like 3 spine ticks, but they're not, one of them or 2 of them aren't color breaking. There's a little something going on right here, but anyways, let me show off another book that I just got. By the way, I got a lot of these on mycomicshop.com. Like, that's where probably about 80% of my comic book buying is through them. And it seems like everything that I get from there is pretty fair. I mean, you gotta, you know, pay attention to what you're getting, but I usually just get like the buy it now stuff that they got, and they usually have it reasonably priced. Let me know if I'm getting robbed on some of this stuff, but I feel like I'm getting a decent deal. But this right here is Amazing Spider-Man 194. First appearance of Black Cat, which, sorry for the glare. It's, yeah, you really can't see the grade or anything. It has a little bit of a spine roll going on, little spine roll thing going on. But I looked at this copy online. I paid $300 for this raw copy. And they said it was like a 6.0. Okay, but okay, there's like, maybe, it's hard to tell with this black cover, but even with this little bit of a spine roll, I mean, I see a little bit of something down here. I think a lot of this could be pressed out and bumped up a grade or 2. Maybe like, I think it might get graded up to 8. But I might be crazy. I'm not an expert. I think I'm going to get these cleaned and pressed and see what happens. But yeah, Black Cat. I just think Black Cat is criminally underused in Spider-Man universe. I mean, she should be in every damn movie. I mean, like, they should have been already put her in the Tom Holland ones. Like, what has there been, like 4 or 5? I don't know, but she's like, Sony, what are you doing? Put Black Cat in your movies. Like, as far as like Rogues Gallery, you don't have really that many females to work with it within the Rogues Gallery of Spider-Man. I mean, I'm sure there's more that I'm not aware of, you know, Silver Sable. But yeah, first appearance of Black Cat. I think this book has more room to run in the market, especially if we get something with Black Cat. Like, it's bound to happen. I mean, and this black cover, it's going to be hard to get this thing in a high grade. Like, I'm not sure what 9.8s are going, but it's definitely over what I paid for this. So that's kind of out of my ballpark. But yeah, Amazing Spider-Man 194. Yeah, it's hard to tell with this glare, but they said this is a 6.0. Honestly, don't. Maybe it's because of the spine roll, you can't. There's something going down on the bottom. There's a little bit of ticks, but other than that, it looks clean. Can't really tell with this Mylar, but yep, that's first appearance of Black Cat. Glad to kind of secure the bag of this key. Let me talk about. I want to talk about Star Wars #1. Now, I know there's a million gazillion copies of these out there, but it's like, you might as well pick one up if you could find it for cheap. Like, I think I overpaid for this damn thing. I paid like $200 for it or something like that. But this is nowhere near like a high grade. I mean, it's a mid grade. It's like a 5.5. I mean, that's what they said it was. I think some of this stuff could be pressed out. Like, I can't really tell, but it's a presentable copy, no doubt. Like, I would like to get this cleaned and pressed and just mounted. These are like buy and hold type books for me. Like, I don't plan on selling these things for another 5 years. Like, Star Wars is going to be around to the end of my days for sure. Disney's probably going to remake the original trilogy, which is dumb, but it is what it is. I mean, that's what they do. They just repurpose stuff. But I want to at least hold on to this. I got #2 as well, which is honestly a better spec than #1 because it's cheaper. And it has first appearance of Obi-Wan Kenobi and Han Solo. If I'm not mistaken myself, I'm pretty sure that's it. But this has Luke and Leia, 3PO, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, Star Wars #1. Try to get a good deal on this because there's so many out there. You know, gotta be aware of the reprints or whatnot and the special ones. I mean, like I said, I'm still learning. I've only been doing this for a year, but as many, you'd like to get this as high as grade possible is my thinking. Right now, I'm kind of disappointed with this one, but it's there. It's in my collection, so I'm not complaining. That's Star Wars #1. This one's a cool book. I paid, let's see, I paid like $3.75 for this Submariner #1. And they said this was a 4.0, okay? Now, this thing is kind of, I mean, the spine looks good. Like, there's no, like, major tears or anything that I could see. I gotta still, like, open these things up. But I don't, Like, there's something going on with this. Like, there's some kind of black streak right here. I don't know what that is. I think it might be like some water damage or something. I'm not quite sure. But there's this little number thing right here, which I don't mind. Those don't really take a, unless that number thing's like right on his chest or on his head or something stupid. Like, I don't mind those little markings. They're not so bad, especially if it's in like a decently grade. This is a 1968 book, and with the one MCU movie that I'm kind of excited to see is the Black Panther movie coming out at the end of the year. Wakanda Forever. And they say Namor's been cast, or rumors are that he is cast. We'll see if he pops up. That'd be awesome, because that's like a whole nother world that they could explore. And supposedly they're shooting underwater scenes and all that. So it's likely that he's going to be in this movie. If he's not, we're going to be disappointed. Namor's not in it, and this thing is going to crash. The price of this is going to crash. But this book is one that's been heating up, and I know that there's the Iron Man and Submariner book that predates this his titled series or whatever. But I think this thing is just a better buy, to be honest with you. If you're looking for Submariner, I mean, it's just classic art. Like this, I just love this cover. I'm not gonna lie. And this 4.0, I think this thing could be pressed up to a higher grade. Maybe to a 5. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, a man can dream, right? Maybe a 5.5 to 6. Yeah. We'll see. I don't know. Should I be grading these? I just want to ask you guys a question. Should I be grading these like raw books? These are pretty big keys, in my opinion. I mean, it's not a Fantasy 15 or anything, or, you know, a Hulk 1 or whatever. But do you think these, like, being at this grade, the books I showed you are worth grading? Because I got like another huge stack of books that I think are worth grading that I might show off. But yeah, just let me know in the comment section about if I should be grading this stuff. Because I want to. It's just like, is it worth it? I think it is if I'm going to hold on to it for, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. I mean, I might get attached to them by that point. But that's that book. And this is a Big Daddy book for me. I picked this up on eBay, and I was like, you know what? I love the character. I'm going to open up my wallet for this character because I think this character has so much more room to run, even though it is hot as hell, this book. But I'm just going to go ahead and pick it up, be done with it. I actually kind of want to get another one. How crazy I am. But I paid $1,100 for this and a little bit of tax, okay? So I opened up my wallet to this book pretty hardcore. But there are some, like, this is not nowhere near a near mint copy. Honestly, I would think this would be maybe a 3.5. It might even get knocked down to a 2.5. Because there are some serious spine issues. I mean, the binding is still tight. There's just a bunch of spine ticks right here. Yeah. But it presents well. It's still, even with that, it really does present well. Maybe that's due to the Gil Kane art. which is amazing, and this cover is like one of the best superhero covers of all time. But I do want to get this thing cleaned. I don't know if a press will do much. I don't know if a press would. I'd probably do it just to do it, but I do want to get this thing clean because there is some gunk right here. There's a little bit of like, I don't know what that is, like maybe food or something. Maybe it's some blood from freaking Werewolf by Night. But one of the Grails that I've been looking for this damn thing or wanting to buy it for 6 months. And yeah, I picked probably the worst time to buy it, but I secured it for the long term because I believe in, I honestly think this Moon Knight show might save what Disney wants to do in the Disney Plus. It's definitely going to boost. I have high hopes for this show. I really do. Now, it could completely suck and this thing's going to drop in price, which I'm perfectly fine. I think they just can't just do this one series. He's going to be popping up in movies. I could see a season. They're going to have to do a season 2. They're just like, Disney is just going to keep on making stuff and it's going to bump up the value of these comics. And I'm perfectly fine with that. So that's why I kind of want to secure this copy. I'm going to get it graded. Would I like a higher grade? Yes. But let me know down in the comment section if I overpaid for this book, because this book is hot. Like, I could sell this damn thing on eBay right now probably for at least $300 more than I paid for it. But yeah, like all these books I feel like have a lot more room to run, and it's fun collecting them. And thanks for watching.